faces kept appearing in the windows, their breath leaving foggy traces on the panes of glass. Ghosts. Again. Why does every interesting building in San Francisco seem to be infested with ghosts? Ignore them, Mel. I knew they weren't figments of my imagination. Like it or not, I seemed to have a knack for attracting souls from beyond the veil. Besides, Dog kept staring at the house too, barking up a storm. I had found Dog abandoned and starving on a construction site some months ago. Despite my initial reluctance to accept more responsibility, we wound up adopting each other. It wouldn't be so bad, I thought. He could ride around with me during the day, come to job sites and hang around, be my constant companion. Mel's best friend and all that. But then it turned out Dog got carsick and had a tendency to wander off when I wasn't watching. He didn't play ball, catch a frisbee, or fetch sticks. He wasn't much of a dog, really, as dogs go. My whole family adored him. But like me, he appeared able to see or hear or maybe smell ghosts. This morning, Dog's barking got so bad I had to confine him to the car. The canine lovers in the crowd kept visiting with him through the half-open window, sneaking him snacks and glaring at me for being mean. Luckily, as an experienced general contractor, I wasn't fazed by dirty looks. And in any case, the ghosts next door were not my problem. Not today. Today, I had 36 volunteers to coordinate and put to work before their enthusiasm flagged, plus a house with peeling paint, a warped roofline, and a sagging porch to repair and spruce up, a wheelchair ramp to build so the disabled homeowner would no longer be a virtual shut-in, and one weekend to do it all. Which explains why I was hiding in a plastic outhouse. I needed a moment to steel myself to ignore the neighboring spirits. So, my friend Luce said, catching me as I emerged from my ignominious porta-potty break. She was clad in the bright yellow t-shirt of the Tool Czar, because, by gosh, if I'm going to sink into the quicksand of do-good volunteerism, I'm taking my friends and family down with me. In fact, after my father razzed me one time too many about giving away my services, I had goaded him into signing up himself. As the unofficially retired founder of Turner Construction, Dad brought a wealth of construction know-how to neighbors together, and Ashley had swiftly appointed him house captain for the renovations of the sweet rose-covered bungalow across the street. A project that appeared to be humming along quite nicely, darn it all. We had a friendly rivalry going. Team Mel versus Team Bill, Turner versus Turner. Whoever finished first won control of the television remote for one full week. If Dad won, he swore he would watch repeats of NCIS from dusk to dawn. If I won, I vowed to keep the normally blaring television turned off. The stakes were high. I had also strong-armed my friend Claire, a landscape architect, into running a yard crew. She was gleefully barking orders to a group of New Age Berkeley types planting a drought-friendly garden of native California grasses and flowering bushes. My buddy Stephen, a clothing designer by aspiration and a barista by trade, was the project's health and safety coordinator. I considered it perfect casting. Stephen was a world-class hypochondriac who fussed over the smallest splinter with a wad of gauze and neosporin. He also roamed the job site slapping gobs of sunscreen donated by a civic-minded local drugstore on necks and noses. Although it was only April, the sun shone fiercely on the job site, which meant reminding everyone to keep hydrated as well. The frat boys have arrived, Luce said, nodding toward the street, where half a dozen young men in UC Berkeley t-shirts and Bermuda shorts lounged against a huge SUV. Others were stretched out on the dry, brown, sorry excuse for a lawn, apparently napping. Oh, good. They were supposed to be here 2 hours ago. Yeah, well, continued Luce. I hate to be the one to tell you this, but half of them appear to be hungover. Drunk frat boys. What are the odds? Isn't the fraternity here to do community service because of an alcohol infraction? She grinned. Gotta love college students. If half are hungover, what about the other half? Still drunk? Let me get this straight. You're saying my dad's assigned the engineering students, the Eagle Scouts, and Turner Construction's finest, while I end up with drunken frat boys and a sorority of girls more interested in fashion than construction? I washed my hands with the hose and the jury-rigged stand on the lawn and clamped my mouth shut to keep from repeating one of my father's favorite sayings. No good deed goes unpunished. And this surprises you how, exactly? Asked Luce, lifting one eyebrow. He's a crafty old coot, your dad. She was right about that. While I had been busy wasting time working for a living, Dad had cozied up to the Neighbors Together point person and nabbed all the skilled volunteers. I'd been so consumed with bringing to conclusion several of our company's paying projects